Hey everybody, this is Mattie here with Altcoin Buzz. Hope you're having a very nice Friday so far. Weekend is right around the corner. It's close. We're looking at a few news stories today. We're going to ignore the price analysis in this video just because Bitcoin's sitting about where it was yesterday. And you can also check out Martin's latest video as well as Mark's latest video for more technical analysis if you so choose. We're looking at a number of stories today though, including Chris's take on whether insider trading affected the market. We're taking a look at this article by Luke and his reporting on GoChain, which has just been listed in a very prominent way by Binance. We're also taking a look at a potential crypto ETF that Coinbase is exploring. This is a little bit out of the rumor mill, but we're going to report on that nonetheless. We have a project update with SafeX. A lot of stuff going on, but we're going to begin with this story on altcoinbuzz.io by Luke. Goldman Sachs CFO calls trading desk rumor fake news. So after all this hubbub these last couple of days, really interesting take here by a senior executive at Goldman Sachs. And this is just funny. This to me demonstrates how fickle this market is and how overreactive we all are, myself included, to the slightest hiccups that go one way or the other in the news. So what is this all about? Bitcoin slipped below $7,000 Wednesday after a report came out that Goldman Sachs was abandoning plans to open a trading desk for cryptocurrencies. Later that day, the world's largest digital currency even fell more, ending up in the $6,400 region. Fake news, according to Goldman Sachs Chief Financial Officer Martin Chavez. Goldman Sachs is not abandoning crypto, proclaims Luke. So this is not a rumor. This is really direct from the horse's mouth. This was reported by CNBC, as Luke describes, on September 6th. So they reported that Goldman's CEO described their abandonment of crypto as fake news. And then he also had a TechCrunch Disrupt conference in San Francisco where Martin Chavez also discussed this and addressed it directly. Here's what he said. Quote, I was in New York yesterday and I was co-chairing our risk committee and I saw the news article, said CFO Marty Chavez, referring to the report yesterday. Quote, it wasn't like we announced anything or that anything had changed for us. I never thought I'd hear myself actually use the term, but I really have to describe this as fake news. Physical Bitcoin is something tremendously interesting and tremendously challenging. From the perspective of custody, we don't yet see an institutional grade custodial solution for Bitcoin. We're interested in having that exist, and it's a long road. So this to me in my books is as direct as it gets. It confirms to me that the other day's news was completely, if not fabricated, at least incorrect. But the cynic in me has to believe that, perhaps this was the sort of thing that was peddled by somebody that had plausible deniability and gave them an opportunity to short the price at just the right time, buy the rumor, sell the news. Who knows? It's a very fishy situation in my book. But I mean, the encouraging part and the silver lining here is that the CFO has come out and very clearly rejected now what we know are false rumors. So, let's see how that affects the market. Unfortunately, crypto seems to be not affected by positive news and overly dramatically affected by the negative news, as we've seen with this whole fiasco. But very interesting development. If you want to read more about that here on TechCrunch, Goldman CFO, the story about us dropping Bitcoin trading was fake news, plain and simple. You can read more about that here. We're going to link to that in the description below. Nice of them to come out and really firmly, squarely address this issue. So related to all this, we had a tweet that went out the other day. So the crypto roller coaster is a bit crazy. Yeah, but we are in it together. Sometimes when it drops this much during a day, we should hopefully recover faster than expected. HODL. And don't lose hope. How are you feeling though? So we've had a lot of respondents, over 2,000 respondents from this particular tweet that we put out on the Altcoin Buzz IO handle. So a pretty even split. Up in first spot is the fact that you out there in the Altcoin Buzz army are saying, hey, we feel relaxed. We've been there, 38%. Second place, mad at manipulators. That was my vote, actually. I felt this was manipulation. So although I do feel relaxed, I am mad at manipulators. 21% happily buying. 17%, less than a fifth, are nervous about crypto. So again, pretty evenly split. It's nice to see these kinds of varied opinions and varied perspectives on the issue. So we're going to be launching more of these polls and more of these opinion pieces because we do want to get a finger on the pulse of what's happening out there and how you guys all feel about the latest developments. You can read about Chris's take here. Did insider trading drop the market? We don't quite have time to go into this article in any depth, unfortunately, but if you want to get Chris's take on what's been happening on some of these price fluctuations and the flat flash crash, the twin flash crashes that we saw. Do be sure to check out his piece here on altcoinbuzz.io. We're going to link to that in the description below. In other news today, also by Luke, in case you missed it, GoChain wins Coin of the Month. It will be added on Binance soon, and you know what that means. That's your golden ticket. If you are added on Binance, then you're singing and you're laughing. Good times are ahead. This week, the Binance Community Coin of the Month competition has ended, making GoChain the winner of the 9th edition. With the competition, Binance uses the community to pick one coin for a free listing on its exchange platform almost every month. Due to its win for the month of September, the Go token earns a place on the list of coins Binance will be adding in the near future. Binance has not stated when it will list the Go token, but it will likely be within the current quarter. So if you're not familiar with GoChain, it looks to provide a scalable, low-cost, energy-efficient platform for digital currency and decentralized applications. Open decentralization does not always work as intended, and GoChain addresses this concern by forcing nodes to operate from multiple countries run by traceable, unrelated companies. GoChain looks to support very high transaction volumes with fast verifications. Initially, it will target 1,300 transactions per second. And as you can, I'm sure, imagine, the GoChain team was very happy to win this competition and is thrilled that they're going to be listed on Binance. You can read more about this in Luke's article here. You can also check out the GoChain website. Smarter, better, faster, stronger, 100% Ethereum compatible, 100 times faster. You can check out more information here on the GoChain website. We're going to link to this, of course, and as always, in the description below. And finally, this is a big news day. We haven't even been able to get to all of our stories, but here's another one that is, again, somewhat perhaps in the rumor mill, but nonetheless worth mentioning. Article here, again by Luke. He's got the hat trick. So breaking, Coinbase is exploring a crypto ETF. Today, Business Insider reported in an article that Coinbase is exploring the options for a crypto ETF using the help from the $6 trillion Wall Street giant BlackRock. Apparently, Coinbase has had several conversations with members of BlackRock's blockchain working group to tap into the firm's expertise at launching exchange-traded products. As always, Business Insider is behind their paywall. I don't know who pays for internet articles anymore, but apparently Business Insider expects us all to. We're going to link to the Business Insider article here on their website. As you can see, I got to keep refreshing just to be able to show you guys the headline of this particular piece. But there you have it. Maybe you are subscribed to Business Insider. I doubt it, but we're going to link to that nonetheless for your convenience. So I think this kind of chatter is very encouraging. And, you know, maybe some of you guys have watched Jeff's live stream from yesterday, September 6th, but he very much described the opinion that I have as well, which is that whether you like Coinbase or not, they are important in this space. They are a gateway drug for people. And maybe you get on board with Coinbase, maybe you learn how to use a wallet for the first time, and then maybe after a while you don't use them anymore. You graduate, you move on to other things. I think a lot of people that have been in the crypto space for months or more than a year at this point have perhaps gone down that road. But nonetheless, Coinbase is extremely important when it comes to new entrants and when it comes to exposing people to cryptocurrency and the mechanics of it for the first time. So this to me is a very important move. So as Luke writes, now Coinbase want to get ahead of the pack in the race for a Bitcoin ETF. They've been looking at creating an exchange-traded product tied to crypto, according to people familiar with the matter, as a way to allow retail investors to gain access to the volatile crypto markets. The interesting part of this particular report to me is the fact that they seem to be ostensibly partnering with BlackRock, which we've covered in the past. They have their own interests in the crypto space, so this could be a potential synergy that's being set up. But either way, they are a $6 trillion behemoth. So any kind of coordination, any kind of partnership between the two, I think is going to be beneficial when you have that kind of heft. And if they want to direct their efforts toward the crypto industry, then that's a great thing. So if Coinbase were indeed to develop a crypto ETF, it joins a long list of firms interested in developing a crypto ETF, including their rival Gemini, Bitwise Asset Management, and Van Eck. According to a Coinbase insider, the proposed ETF would also likely track many cryptos, not just Bitcoins. If you want to read more about this, do check out Luke's article for full details and analysis of this particular story. Again, it's behind a paywall, but we're going to link to the article here on Business Insider if you want to check that out as well. Lastly, today, guys, we have some quick news out of SafeX. Our friends over at SafeX have announced a blockchain Ubuntu binaries, which are now available to download on the GitHub link or safex.io. So we've talked a lot about SafeX lately. They're in the news. They're making positive strides. If you've not checked them out, if you've not checked out this particular development, swing by their website. You can see what it's all about. So there you have it. We are boarding the mainnet. Don't miss the flight. You guys can check out more information here. We will link to the SafeX website in the description below. And with that, members of the Altcoin Buzz Army, a lot of news today. So do be sure you're following Altcoin Buzz and Altcoin Buzz News on Twitter to keep up with the latest. There will be more. It's always like drinking out of a fire hose, just trying to keep up with everything. If you like this video, do be sure to leave us a thumbs up. Make sure you like this video. Click the bell as well to remain notified, and make sure you're subscribed, of course. Check out our last video here on the right to make sure you're up to speed. And you can also link to our website, altcoinbuzz.io, for the latest articles. Members of the Altcoin Buzz Army, if you choose to invest, I wish you happy investing, but more importantly, have a great Friday, a great end to your week, and a great start to your weekend. We're going to see you guys soon, again, very soon in a new video. Take care. Have a good one.